Hello and welcome everyone. Oh goodness, okay, well, don't have to be that close. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us for the 2024 Bachelor's of Applied Science and Teaching pinning ceremony. We're very excited to have you here. Please give yourselves a round of applause. You made it! So at the very beginning, I want to make sure to address a few things for all of our safety and comfort. That's fancy. So just to clarify where our restrooms are, you can see here, you are here. And the restrooms are noted in blue, very, very close by. And then also emergency exits, we can exit out of these doors. And then also, if you were to leave out here and take a right, out through those doors to the outside, and then the main vestibule. So we just want to make sure that you're aware of that before we get started in case we need to. So to get started, our first conversation is going to come from our Director of Education Programs, Greg Brazel.
First things first, we got to get loud. Yay! You did it! You did it! Man, let it go. So just congratulations. This is an amazing event. What you've done the last couple of years is, pat yourselves on the back. Families, pat yourselves on the back. I know there's a lot of support out there. The one thing I wanted to share with you tonight, just to get the evening going, is this. For the last couple of years, I think you've learned how to teach and what to teach and this to teach. And you're going, whew, but here's the deal. The compass stands for this. Why did you do it? Why did you do this? You have a why. You have a why as to why you did this. You have a why as to why you're going to get out there and change the world. So what I want to do, I want to share something with you. It's 3 minutes long. And it's if you've seen this before, enjoy. If you haven't seen this before, really enjoy. Take you through this. Here we go.
And I'm just talking to this guy in the audience, and he tells me that he's a musical instructor at a school. So I was like, all right, you're a musical instructor, can you sing? Let me hear you sing a song. So this is what happened at the last episode of Michael Jr.'s Break Time. Check it. So you're a musical director?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
That rock is sick. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you give me the version is if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick. If you know which version I'm talking about, just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Okay, here's what I want you to catch. The first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time, he knew why he was doing it. When you know your why, your what becomes more impactful because you're walking towards or in your purpose.
The rest of the night, just be focusing in on walking toward your purpose. You know why you did this. You know exactly why you did this. When you're out there teaching 5 years from now, remember why you did this. 10 years from now, remember why you did this. Have a great night. Glad you're here.
Hello everyone, and thank you guys for coming. We're going to have our first student speaker of the night, and her name is Shanayla Crampton. Shanayla comes to us from doing her student teaching here in the county, and she has done a phenomenal job. Shanayla Crampton.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shanayla Crampton, one of the graduates of this fabulous cohort. I'm going to start by saying public speaking is not my thing. I can teach in front of children all day. Adults is a different story. But I decided to face my fears today. Today's been a pretty emotional day. Today is my sister's 1-year anniversary of her passing. Sorry. So I'm just here to share my story and how my journey began. My journey began was a long one with many different adventures, but my love for teaching began at the age of 21 when I began teaching preschoolers at my son's daycare. I spent 7 years preparing little ones for kindergarten, which was very rewarding and left so many fond memories. I then drifted away from that to follow my interest in healthcare. Went to nursing school. I loved nursing, but I wanted to better support my family because financially nursing pays a little better. But nursing just didn't give me the same joy that being in front of the classroom brought, which brought me back to the classroom. So I found myself back in the classroom as a paraeducator for Clover Park School District. I worked for them for 6 years. I was fortunate enough to be able to student teach in the school. So today was emotional too, saying goodbye to them because they did not have a position open for me. And I was in the special education setting and the gen ed setting. With that said, I knew exactly where I was destined to spend my days and choose for my future education. We all have come from many different journeys in life, but our paths have brought us all here together today. We've had some awesome memories and we've had some tremendous battles that we have overcome, whether they were in our personal lives or in our school lives, to get to this point on this day. Now it's time for us to spread our wings and start the next chapter of our story. I am honored to have shared this chapter of my journey with you all. We now get to share our love and passion of teaching with our future students, families, and colleagues. Continue to show greatness and creativity in the classroom and never allow anyone to dim your light. Keep shining bright and fulfill the many opportunities that are heading your way. We did it.
So, oops. Our next student teacher is Elena Scheidler, and she graduated from our AA program, and now she's graduating from our BA program. It's teaching. So, Elena.
It is such an honor and privilege to be standing here today before everyone. As I look around this room, I am reminded of all the stories that I've heard from my fellow graduates of the struggles they've had just to get through this program, whether it was figuring out how to balance work, school, and family, supporting the very challenging students that you all work with, or learning how to teach unpaid for an entire school year. You all have earned this moment, and I am so excited to say that we've made it. There are several people here today who have significantly impacted and influenced my journey to get to where I am. To start, I think we can all give a big thank you to Chelsea Falk, who was instrumental in ensuring that we completed, there I am. Instrumental in ensuring that we completed everything that we needed to graduate and get certified. She will say that she was relentlessly annoying with her constant email reminders, but I cannot describe how helpful you have been in advising, encouraging, and supporting us as students and future teachers. So thank you. I would also like to thank several mentors who have guided me and supported me along this journey. First, to my field supervisor, who observed me throughout my student teaching experience, Elizabeth Snyder. I have known Professor Snyder for 3 years, and I took several of her courses a couple years ago, and I've gotten to work closely with her during a practicum summer class that I took and throughout this whole entire year as I've been student teaching. And I've been significantly impacted by the influence that she has had on my life as a teacher and as a person. She has shown me the value of compassion in teaching, the importance of teaching to every single student, and she's inspired me to make learning fun for both me and my students. So thank you. I would also like to recognize my mentor teachers I worked with at Weyerhaeuser Elementary School this last school year. To Darcy, Dennis, and Mandolin Ames, I thank you. Thank you for the time you spent to teach me and mentor me. I've learned countless lessons from you both that I will take with me in every class I get the privilege to teach in. As I look back at this journey to get here today, I'm reminded of the beautiful gift it is to work with children. Of course, if I were asked how I feel about teaching the first week back from winter break, I would have a very, very different answer for you. But as I reflect on these last few years, I'm blessed with countless memories, not of lessons I've taught and the content of anything I've gotten the chance to speak about, but the students that I've gotten to work with. When I look back, I just see the faces of lives who've touched me, and that's such a beautiful thing about teaching. I've come to learn that teaching is not just a profession, it's a calling that has the power to shape the future. Each one of us has been touched by a teacher, a parent, or a mentor at some point in our lives, someone who believed in us, encouraged us, and inspired us to never give up. We have the opportunity to be that person for every student that we get to teach. While I'm only at the start of my career in education, I've come to learn that this job is much more than imparting knowledge to kids. 3 of the most valuable things I have learned that we can do for children is to build their self-confidence, instill an appreciation for diversity, and foster within them a love for learning. If we can do these 3 things, we can raise students who rise to face challenges, who step into new experiences without fear of the unknown, who take on the perspective of others, and who are willing to make mistakes in order to learn something new. In saying that, I don't want to pretend that this is a simple or easy task. As I spent this last year as a student teacher in an elementary school, I have learned that this is much harder than it sounds to do. And I've also been a preschool teacher, and I can say it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of grace. But as I've witnessed firsthand how much truly goes into teaching, I've learned that effective teaching goes beyond lesson plans and curriculum. It involves building meaningful relationships with students, understanding their individual needs, and fostering an environment where they feel safe and motivated to learn. While I've always enjoyed working with children, my true inspiration for pursuing a degree in teaching came when I had my wonderful son named Jesse. When when I had my son in 2019, I had no idea what motherhood would look like or how it would change me. Watching Jesse grow and develop changed how I saw the world around me, and it sparked my interest in child development. When I began school, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with my degree until completing my first year and getting the opportunity to work at a preschool. I learned then that working with children was more than my temporary job, but the start of my pursuit to become a teacher. I'm so thankful for this calling that God has put on my life. I'm so thankful for every student I've gotten to work with, the teachers I have learned from, and the many opportunities I've had to grow, learn, and develop my skills and theories as a teacher. Pierce College has instilled important values in me that will continue to shape the way I approach education and every classroom I step into. For every experience and person that led me to where I am, I'm grateful. In all that I've gone through, I have learned to embrace a past that has shaped me but not determined the path that lies ahead of me, to accept responsibility for each choice I make today, no matter what circumstances await me, and to look forward to a future filled with hope, challenges, and endless opportunities to learn and grow. I commend all of you who have answered this great calling to teach. Your impact will go far beyond what you will ever see. I would like to end my speech with a quote from Maya Angelou. She says, "Your legacy is every life that you touch." Thank you, and congratulations once again to all of you, class of 2024.
Good evening, y'all. I just want to share just a couple words about our guest speaker tonight, Kira Erickson, who's going to be coming up here shortly to talk to all of you future graduates. As we come together tonight to celebrate this incredible journey of all of you future educators, it's really my honor to introduce a fellow educator who was once in the same shoes as all of you. Kira Erickson, our esteemed speaker tonight, is someone that I've had the privilege to know personally. As her former professor, I've watched her grow from curious and determined student into the inspiring educator that she is today. She's one of those individuals that you looked at in the classroom and you thought, that's going to be someone who's going to be a really good teacher one day. And she definitely has become one. Throughout her time here at Pierce, Kira demonstrated an exceptional ability to connect with others, a deep love for learning of how to best serve students, and an innate talent for captivating the attention and motivation of the students in her class. And these qualities only flourished as she transitioned into her role as a teacher in her own classroom. So today, as Kira comes up here and talks to all of you, she's not only a former Pierce student or a mentor teacher, but she's also a future colleague of all of you now, a future mentor to all of you as you enter this profession. The insights she's going to share tonight will undoubtedly resonate with each of you as you prepare to embark on your own journey in the field of education. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Kira to the stage.
First, I'm going to say I second the notion that I like talking to 5-year-olds, and speaking to adults makes me very nervous, so I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Kira Erickson, and I had the pleasure of mentoring Brittany Grogan this year in my developmental kindergarten classroom, and like Candace said, I did graduate from this very program in 2019. I'm here today to not only celebrate all of your accomplishments as you've embarked on the journey to become educators, but also to let you in on some tricks of the trade. Being a first-year teacher is exciting and scary all at once, so hopefully the following tips will help you feel ready to take on the world of educating some of our youngest learners. Even on those days when they are running around like wild animals and you realize they are your monkeys and this is your circus. Tip number 1, every day is a new day. Forget what happened yesterday and embrace your chance to try again. Tip 2, you will never feel like you have everything done. That's what tomorrows are for. Tip number 3, celebrate the little wins. In the end, those are the big wins for your students. Tip number 4 is more of a warning. Our youngest students may be cute, but they will be the first to tell you they don't like your new haircut. Tip number 5, organization is your very best friend, but be prepared to spend the next 5 years trying to figure out the best method. You can ask my paras, I change my methods at least once a month. Tip number 6, your coworkers are your therapists. Find your people and stick with them.
Tip 7, you will be given curriculum to use undoubtedly, and you probably should use it, but sometimes it's okay to do what's best for your students and just scrap it all together for that day. Tip number 8, don't be that teacher who raises their hand to ask a question at the end of staff meetings. Please just send an email. Tip number 9, be silly with your students, laugh, dance, and play with them. Be sure you're creating all of those special memories with them daily. Tip 10, this is the one that really was hard for me my first year, but there is no award for being the last car in the parking lot. Go home. It's okay. But in all seriousness though, this program was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I will tell everyone who is ever thinking about teaching that this is a program that they should seek. I hope your journey to this day has been just as impactful as mine. It takes special people to want to educate little learners. My last tip for you is more of a recommendation. Education right now can be scary. I know we all see the news. But if it's in your heart to work in special education, I'm going to put a plug for special education. Please consider it. Special education is a beast of its own, but the hard work always pays off when your students meet goals. And often your job is more secure due to the lack of qualifying teachers. Luckily, you were all very qualified. Congratulations on becoming the new wave of educators, and I wish you all the best of luck as you take on your new careers.
All right, everyone, it's time. Now we get to do the reason we're here is time for pinning. So, as any good event, there should be instructions, I guess, which is not true. But to help kind of guide how we're going to do this, so I'm going to be calling up each student by the order in your program. So you can keep an eye on about when you'll be coming up. Then, we ask that those student teachers, if you can, come up on the right, on this side here, or your left, my right, your left, and mentor teachers to enter from your right. Yes. When you come up, mentor teachers, there are pins on the table, so you take that pin and you pin it on your graduate, or your teacher candidate. And then also, our field supervisors will be here to give you your stole that you can wear with your graduation cap and gown at graduation. Finally, student teachers, you're not student teachers, you're teachers, I'm sorry. Teachers, when you are coming up, please grab a flower for your mentor teacher, one or both of them, if you have both here with you, to give to them when you come up as a way of saying thank you to them for all the countless hours of support and mentorship they provided. Sound good? Okay, let's do it. Melissa Blessum. Carla Briseno. Caitlin Conti. Excellent. So pinning her tonight will be Elizabeth Snyder. No. Or just kidding, no, it's Tiki. She's like, don't you dare, I'm pinning her. Tara Cox. This, like the art of teaching, can be improvised. Shanela Crampton. Leah Duff. Brittany Grogan. Giovanni Hayes. Haley Holt. Bonnie James. Katie Johnson. Vanessa Johnston. Betsy Kennedy. Sarah Lynn. Sean McIntosh. Brandy Merrill. Ilsa Mitchell. Macy Maury. Maria Orr. Olivia Pugh. Elena Scheidler. Jacqueline Sykes. Allison Vincent. And Jayla Williams. can we have another round of applause for all of our newly trained teachers? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For our closing remarks, we're going to bring back our director, Greg.
I just want to say real quick, thanks for bringing your why tonight. Your why is why we're here. Your why is going to impact everybody in this room. You lit us all on fire tonight because of your why. Your why is going to impact so many people. It's amazing the power you have here. Your why is giving hope to this world that needs a lot of hope right now. Your why is why you're doing this. Don't lose it. Keep the fire alive. Come back and visit us because we're going to need to hear your why once in a while too. Thank you for this. Thanks for all you do. Families, again, give yourselves a round of applause. You did it! Yeah, good job. Congrats. So yeah, we have a few things for you. We have some bags over on the side for our teachers. So where Chelsea is doing her, she's not doing anything, she's turning to the cake. Save some cake, Chelsea, save some cake, my friend. There are some gold bags over there, so make sure that you grab your bag of goodies. And there's cake in back and some water. Mingle, look at our fantastic work that you've worked so hard on. Again, congratulations, have fun, mingle, yay!